Welcome. This is the news at 6 on MITV. I am Tomisi Adebukola. Terrorists that attacked the AK-9 Abuja-Kaduna train and abducted passengers on the 28th of March have on Tuesday released 5 more hostages, including the victim shot while in their custody. Mukhtar Shoaib was shot during a friendly fire while in the den of terrorists. Tukur Mahmood, the publisher of Kaduna-based Desert Herald, and a media consultant to controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, Ojo, as one of the negotiators, confirmed the release of the 5 hostages. Mahmoud said that he played a prominent role in the release of the train victims, stated he has backed out due to threats to his life, personal integrity, and lack of support from the federal government. It is, however, not clear if any money was paid to the terrorists to release their 5 abducted victims. The Nigerian government is making effort to tackle banditry, terrorism, and other criminal activities in the country. President Muhammadu Buhari stated this on Tuesday while receiving the letters of credence from the new Canadian High Commissioner to the Nigeria, Ambassador James Kingston Christoph, and the Ambassador of Mexico to Nigeria, Juan Alfred Miranda Uriz, as the State House in Abuja, while calling for more international collaboration to tackle insecurity. Buhari stated that Nigeria has made meaningful progress in tackling insecurity with the support of friendly countries, including Canada and Mexico. Nigeria is not left out of the equation as we are fighting to rid our country of banditry, kidnapping, head farmer clashes, and insurgency, the president claims. He said Nigeria is making meaningful progress with the support of friendly countries like theirs to sustain the fight until they overcome these challenges. The commander-in-chief lamented the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, saying it has undermined efforts in boosting global food security. He also believes that the global insecurity as well as COVID-19 pandemic, which struck the world in 2020, has affected major economies. At the event, which signals the assumption of duty of the new ambassadors, the president tasked them to build on the achievements of their predecessors, insisting Nigeria further counts on their support, particularly in addressing issues of marine-related crime, among others. In the 2023 general elections, the president asked the diplomats to monitor political activities in the country, but must remain apolitical.
Food security in the last decade, while the political instability in Libya continues to fuel terrorism in the Sahel, as well as scatter the democratic sustenance in both West and Central African regions. Nigeria is not left out of the equation as we are fighting to rid our country of banditry, kidnapping, harder farmer crisis, and insurgency. We are, however, making meaningful progress with the support of friendly countries like yours to sustain these fights until we overcome these challenges. At the regional level, we are working with other member states of ECOWAS and other regional blocs to deal with the problems of terrorism, trans-border crimes, maritime crimes such as piracy and illegal fishing on our waters, illicit drug and human trafficking, banditry, as well as unconstitutional changes of government.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has restated that his administration would ensure it realizes its economic goals and fulfill the promises of the theme's agenda and complete all ongoing projects in the country. The governor had the unveiling of 2 blocks of 38 units of 2- and 3-bedroom flats at Victoria Island, called for more private sector partnership to reduce the housing deficit in Nigeria. Now the governor assured Lagosians his administration will deliver more affordable and recent housing to all categories of residents and vigorously pursue comprehensive urban renewal programs to unlock the potential in each community in the state. The Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Lagos State Development and Property Corporation, Ayodeji Joseph, commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his immense contributions towards housing development in the state and the unflinching support for the LSDPC. In a goodwill message, the Oniru of Iruland, Omagbola Olawal, urged government to build compact, low-burden cities to make the state more livable. Now, the Lagos State government has said the reintroduction of Jigibola Healthcare Initiative is aimed at improving the vision of the visually impaired of Lagosians, irrespective of their age or class. Speaking on the relaunch of the Free Health Mission in Shomolu local government, the wife of the state governor, Dr. Bijoke Sanwo-Olu, said this initiative was launched 20 years ago under the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, out of concern for the well-being of Lagosians. The First Lady said the Jigibola initiative was designed to strengthen the state capacity for efficient eye care delivery at the grassroots, adding the initiative will continue to be a legacy that will help reduce visual impairment to the barest, especially among the good people of Lagos. While stating efforts made by the government to combat visual impairment in the state, Dr. Sanwo-Olu disclosed that the Bosco Lagos Healthcare Mission International, through the institution of a team that consists of medical practitioners, including doctors, nurses, optometrists, audiologists and health record officers, among other allied medical profession, they would engage the good people of the state and identify citizens who need visual aid by screening eligible patients for prescription glasses. She therefore urged Lagosians, especially those suffering from visual impairment, to take advantage of the Jigibola initiative to improve their health, noting a large number of cases of visual impairment could have been prevented if detected early and treated effectively. The Chief Executive Officer, Bosco Healthcare Initiative, Nick Elsa, stated that the Bosco Health Mission has recorded a significant milestone since its inception in 2019, as they have continued to render free medical and humanitarian services to citizens in the state. She added that the focus of the initiative is to ensure people who are unable to afford medical care get free treatment through their medical immediate intervention.
It's very important that for our people to be top-notch with their health, that a healthy nation is a blessed nation, is a nation that can make the country more productive. So if you're not healthy, it's difficult for you to perform your civic rights, your basic functions in life. So that's why I think it's very important that health is wealth. Prevention is better than cure. We have brought the health to the people now. We're not waiting for them to get sick before they come to the hospitals. It's very important that they check themselves. Any opportunity they have, whether it's free, whether it's another another private people that are doing free health, free screenings, that they should take advantage of that and not play with their health at all.
Yes, we have dental services where you can have your teeth checked. We do scaling and polishing, extraction of tooth there. We also have the general consultation where you meet with our doctors and they'll check you for blood pressure, blood sugars, and every other aspect of health. Yes, we started with phase 1. That's why we had Jigibola phase 1. That was in July, August 2021. So we are now in the phase 2. So we are covering the entire 20 local governments of Lagos. So we've done 7. We're doing another 8 now, and in the third edition, in the third phase, we'll be covering the remaining 5. So we'll cover the 20 local government areas.
If the world is to combat the adverse effect of climate change, there is need for resilient action and adaptation as well as to mitigate against the phenomenon which has continued to affect everyone's economic and social life worldwide. This was part of the discussion at the 9th Lagos Climate Change Summit on Tuesday in Lagos. Our correspondent Fatoki Kule has details as presented from our studio. We'll bring you details of that report in a subsequent bulletin. The current administration in Osun State and the incoming government have been admonished to work hand in hand towards ensuring smooth transition of power come November 27 this year for the sake of posterity. A group known as the Osun Masterminds made the call in Osogbo, Osun State on Monday during a press conference held to brief the media on its review on some of the activities and issues of governance that transpired in the state in the month of July. It will be recalled that Senator Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party was declared by INEC as the winner of the Osun State July 16 governorship election, having defeated incumbent Governor Wega Oyetola. Speaking on the outcome of the election, the Osun masterminds urged both the current administration and the incoming government to cooperate in harmony towards ensuring smooth transition of power in the interest of the people of Osun State. Leadership of the group also admonished both parties to act in compliance to relevant laws on the issues of state and local government elections in the interest of posterity and good governance. It commended positive improvement exhibited by INEC and security agencies during the governorship election, adding that INEC has made marked improvement in electoral management and has shown greater capacity to deliver a world-class electoral system. The group lauded voter turnout, but however described voter trading, which it noted characterized the exercise as blemish to electoral and democratic advancement in the country. It advised INEC to make stricter arrangements to its election day guidelines such that vote buying and selling can be made inefficient and unattractive to political gladiators.
We commend the electoral umpire, INEC, for ensuring that it delivered a more efficiently managed electoral process with improved planning, effective personnel, and reliable equipment. We must also acknowledge the setting up of a transition committee by the governor-elect, Senator Ademola Adeleke. The step, we believe, should facilitate a smooth handover of power to him in November. However, we counsel that the committee ensure that it only carries out the duty of liaising with the territorial government to ensure a smooth transition.
But we call on the state government and the opposition to stop the big bags of war. If the case is in court, let's wait for the outcome of what the judgment would be. And let us also reiterate the fact that the conduct of local government elections should be in the interest of moving administration closer to the people at the grassroots, and not with the intention of creating landmine for the incoming administration.
In an effort to ignite unity, tranquility, and peaceful coexistence, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has initiated a peaceful advocacy strategy that will propagate against the civil unrest across Nigeria. Civil advocate Sulaimon Adeja disclosed this on the sideline of a peace tour organized by the Federal Capital Territory Administration in collaboration with the Messengers of Peace in Abuja. Adeja noted that emerged 36 peace ambassadors are expected to spread the message of unity, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence in their various communities ahead of the 2023 general elections. It further urged the citizens to shun religious intolerance, electoral violence, and other tendencies that threaten democratic stability and development.
Level the nation.
Nigeria is a country that must not be divided. Our diversity is our strength. The only problem we have now is that awareness, the voices of those promoting peace is supposed to be louder than those promoting violence. And I also call on the youth using this platform right now that they should shun violence in the forthcoming election. Why? Because if there is violence, we can never prosper as a country. The 2023 general election is going to be a deciding year for our country, and everybody should be sensitizing families so that PVCs can be collected in millions. Without PVC, there is no way you can change a bad government to a good government.
The Federal Capital Territory Authority, FCT.
The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, has announced its insurance does not cover investments made with fund managers in the country. In a statement on Tuesday signed by the Director, Communications and Public Affairs Department, Bashir Noor, NDIC noted that with the recent increase in investment channels arising from innovative products, there has been an increase in illegal fund managers. According to the statement, these fund managers have been using different platforms soliciting the public to invest their funds with them, promising excessive returns in such investment. The statement reads in part, and I quote, "In order to protect unsuspecting depositors, it has become necessary for the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, to continue sensitizing the public on the high risk associated with investing funds with illegal fund managers. Accordingly, as a deposit insurer, the NDIC would like to inform members of the public that contrary to claims by some of these managers, the corporation does not insure investments with them." End of quote. We'll bring you stories from the foreign scene next on the news at 6. Please stay with us.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Getting free premium television is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Make sure you purchase any free-to-air decoder or satellite receiver. If you already have one and any dish, you are good to go. 2. Enter the settings on your decoder or go to our website to learn how. And 3. Scroll through and find Premium Free Bouquet. It's that easy. 25 channels with access to 200 more. Free forever. No cost, no subscription, 100% free. Take the next step. 1, 2, free, and just watch. Start watching Premium Free today. Why pay? Just watch.
Welcome back. A United States drone strike killed Al-Qaeda chief Ayman al-Zawahiri at a hideout in Kabul. President Joe Biden said on Monday, declaring that justice had been delivered to the families of the 9/11 attacks. Zawahiri's assassination is the biggest blow to the Al-Qaeda since U.S. Special Forces killed Osama bin Laden in 2011 and calls into question the Taliban's promise not to harbor militant groups. It was the first known over-the-horizon strike by the U.S. on a target in Afghanistan since Washington withdrew its forces from the country on the 31st of August last year, days after the Taliban swept back to power. Zawahiri was believed to be the mastermind who steered Al-Qaeda's operations, including the 9/11 attacks, as well as bin Laden's personal doctor. A senior administration official said a 71-year-old Egyptian was on the balcony of the 3-story house in the Afghan capital when targeted with 2 Hellfire missiles after dawn on Sunday. The house is in Shahpur, one of Kabul's most affluent neighborhoods, with several villas occupied by high-ranking Taliban officials and commanders. And Taiwan is bracing for a potential show of force from China as U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was expected to arrive late on Tuesday on the island. Her visit, which is not backed by the White House, will be the first by such senior U.S. official in decades. Pelosi is the 3rd highest ranking official in the U.S. government and a longtime critic of Beijing. China has repeatedly warned against the visit and on Tuesday said the U.S. will pay the price. Taiwan is a self-ruled island proclaimed by China, which sees it as a breakaway province. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hua Chunying said China had been in communication with the U.S. about the sensitivity of the visit. On Tuesday, China sent warplanes up to the median line, the informal dividing line in the Taiwan Strait between Chinese mainland and Taiwan. Its forces have also been holding long live-fire drills, and the Chinese Military Eastern Command posted a video online saying it was fully prepared for any eventuality. And Russia has accused the U.S. of direct involvement in the war in Ukraine for the first time. A spokesperson for Moscow Defense Ministry alleged the U.S. was approving targets for American-made HIMARS artillery used by Kiev forces. Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov said intercepted calls between Ukrainian officials revealed the link. The BBC could not independently verify this, as there was no immediate comment on the allegation from the U.S. officials. Also, Russia previously accused Washington of fighting a proxy war in Ukraine. Konashenkov said it is Biden's administration that is directly responsible for all the rocket attacks approved by Kiev on residential areas and civilian infrastructure facilities in settlements of Donbas and other regions that cause mass death of civilians. HIMARS is a multiple rocket system which can launch precision-guided missiles at targets as far as 70 kilometers away, far further than artillery that Ukraine previously had. Coming up next on the news at 6 is sports stories. Please stay tuned. Welcome. In sports, Liverpool forward Diogo Jota has signed a new contract keeping him at the club until 2027. The Portugal international 25 has scored 34 goals in 85 games since joining from the Wolves in 2020 for £41 million. He scored 21 goals last season as Liverpool won the FA Cup and the EFL Cup and finished as runners-up in the Premier League and Champions League. Jota, whose current deal was due to expire in 2025, has missed pre-season with a hamstring injury and said he will be out for a few more weeks. Manager Jogging Club said as a striker who can play on the wing, it gives us so many options, and since he came to Liverpool, he has improved so much. Last month, Mohamed Salah signed a new 3-year contract following the departure of fellow forward Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich. And Chelsea have held talks with RB Leipzig about forward Timo Werner returning to Bundesliga club on loan. The German international 26 left Leipzig to join Chelsea in 2020, but has struggled to make his mark, scoring 10 goals in 56 Premier League appearances. Chelsea have bolstered their attack with Raheem Sterling joining from Manchester City last month, although Romelu Lukaku was left on loan. However, Werner's salary could be an obstacle in the way of any move. For a loan move to proceed, it may need to take a pay cut or have Chelsea cover at least part of his wages. During Chelsea's pre-season tour of the United States, Werner hinted he could be happy elsewhere. And West Ham will play either Denmark's Viborg FF or B36 Torshavn of the Faroe Islands in the Europa Conference League playoff round. David Moyes' side reached the semi-finals of the Europa League last season before losing to eventual winners Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany. The Hammers also finished 7th in the Premier League to qualify for Europe's third-tier tournament ties for the playoff round, which will take place on the 18th and the 25th of August. And that's it on our news at 6 on MITV. Join us again at 9:30 for today's primetime news. I am Tony Singh Adibukola. Good evening.